My friends, let's do a reading. So I felt called to do a reading about how you're feeling about this situation and how they're feeling about this situation. And right away, I feel anxiety. So I'm not sure if that's your energy or their energy. So we're going to get into it. So you'll know if this is your reading by this deck, this first deck that I'm using. Lots of anxiety that I'm picking up on. One thing I was hearing is you could be feeling anxious, like I'm seeing divine masculine on the bottom. And you could be feeling anxious that the person you see as your divine masculine, not talking about gender, will never turn into that divine masculine. Especially if you feel like you're working towards a divine feminine energy. The fact that I'm pulling divine feminine and divine masculine makes me think that this is a counterpart connection. I was also seeing the commitment card, so you could have a fear that this person will never rise up into this divine masculine energy. They could have a fear of commitment. Oh look, now you're together on the bottom, and we have ghosted, so they could have ghosted you. One more shuffle, and then we'll see what's going on here. You could have been dealing with someone who was creating a lot of chaos, self-sabotage. I'm feeling very subdued channeling this reading. So maybe you're just kind of sitting in stillness. We have sad. That's kind of how, like I just said, I'm feeling very subdued. Broken, lonely, crushed, depressed. So you could be feeling, anxious or sad that this might never happen, is what I'm hearing. That it'll never come. It says it's coming, deserving balance. So maybe this person wasn't giving you balance or reciprocal energy. And you could be feeling, kind of blue right now, especially with Christmas coming. Maybe you were hoping to hear from this person around Christmas. I keep hearing that you could be feeling anxious that this person may never come towards you giving you balance. So let's get into it, my friend. Let's see. What do we need to know about this connection? We have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a runner. We have messages, telepathic, dreams, songs, animals. So you could be getting a lot of messages through songs, animals, synchronicities, numbers. You definitely could be dealing with Sagittarius energy. It says winter. It also says it's a surprise, Sag energy. So this connection could have surprised you is what I'm hearing. Like maybe you weren't expecting to meet this person. That's interesting. We have a surprise confession here. It's a surprise confession about to reveal. So it's interesting because this could be something that you've been seeing signs and synchronicities about and you've been trying to manifest. But what I'm feeling is that maybe you're losing hope in this runner. We have karma. So it could be the person you're connected to has learned a karmic lesson. And that messages card coming out with it's a surprise and confession feels like you're about to get a surprise message. Unexpectedly. Whoever this person is, it feels like they learned some kind of lesson, consequences for their action, and now they can relate to whatever you are going through, or they see your side of the story is what I'm hearing. This should be an interesting one. Summer could be symbolic. What do we need to know about this connection? What do we need to know about this connection? Needing more. So it's almost like what I'm feeling is you feel like the signs and synchronicities isn't giving you enough right now, like you're doubting it, is what I'm hearing. This needing more could also be connected to your person. It's coming. Something that you've lost hope in is coming. Deserving, balance, after karma is what I'm hearing, or after someone's learned a karmic lesson. We have signs and synchronicities. So again, I feel like I'm almost getting, well, I keep saying it, but I'm getting the energy of someone who's seeing the signs and synchronicities. You intuitively feel like something's coming, but it's not manifesting in the 3D. So you're starting to question yourself. Maybe you're questioning your intuition, doubting if your person will ever come back. You know, this needing more in signs, usually I see that needing more as them thinking about you, them watching you online, but it's not doing it for them anymore. They need more. They need contact with you. But for you, it's almost like you need some kind of concrete sign, or in the 3D, you need some kind of movement in the 3D because you're losing hope. We have desire. I can't show that card. Obsessed. Can't stop thinking about you. This almost reminds me of the energy that the closer your manifestations get to you, it's like you start to lose hope. So you do have someone absolutely obsessed with you, can't stop thinking about you. Hiding. Exactly. Watching you. So it's like watching you from a distance, trying to blend in so you don't see them. We have a chameleon here. Is not doing it for them anymore. Just like maybe you even know they're watching you and you're like, that's not enough. Like just to watch me from the shadows. I need a message. I need a confession. This is an interesting one. Wishes coming true. So this is about someone who's not been taking action towards you. And they've been quietly watching you, not taking action. Looks up to you. So someone has you on a pedestal, which means they could be feeling intimidated or anxious about coming towards you. We do have threatened. So they could feel threatened. I'm hearing a few different things. So one thing I'm hearing is they could feel threatened about coming towards you. Maybe they feel like someone else is in your energy. You could have really triggered this person's shadows. Bark, bark, bark. You could have triggered their shadows. And they could be embarrassed from how they treated you. They could be in, like, I feel like this is someone having a realization about their behavior with that karma card, and they're feeling embarrassed and kind of ashamed of their own behavior, and they haven't been taking action towards you. And then we have summer, change, new direction. Change, new direction. So they know they need to change and take a new direction if they're going to come in. It'll be interesting to see how both of you are feeling. Wish come true. Let's get two more. You know, like this energy that I'm picking up on, it's almost like somebody's losing belief. That's what it feels like. So confession, to me, you are perfect. Genuine confession. And it reminds me of Love Actually, when Andrew Lincoln shows up on her doorstep and says, because it's Christmas, and at Christmas you tell the truth, to me you are perfect. This person's definitely been on the run. Remove negativity. That just came off the top of the deck. So perhaps, you know, there was negative energy within this connection. Perhaps perhaps this person was in low vibrational energy and you knew that you needed to take a new direction, that it wasn't working. We have watching, fascinated, eyes on you, focused on you. Green eyes could be symbolic. And we have can't resist, magnetic pull. So it's like even though your back is turned here, they can't release you. They feel very magnetized towards you right now. But I can't kick this feeling that I was getting in the beginning where you have this doubt that this person could change. I want to see if Spirit will tell me something about the past here. What can you tell me about the past? Okay. We have Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have frustrated, blocked, trapped, locked up. So you could have become very frustrated with this person. You could have ended up blocking them. I was getting that you triggered their shadows. I feel like they could have been defensive, right? They could have felt threatened. Their shadows could have felt threatened, so they could have gotten defensive with you. They could have been a bit of a party animal. There could have been toxicity here, drinking. Past. Divine Feminine. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? This is water. So it feels like in the past you were in Divine Feminine energy, or you realized you were Divine Feminine, sitting in this energy, right? Of Divine Feminine. It feels like you were stuck in some kind of cycle with this person. So they could have returned and then left, returned and then left. Because we have returning. This is past energy though. So we have returning, and then we have my nose. Anytime my nose runs during readings, it's symbolic of a runner. So we have emotions unsure back around. So it's like this in and out energy where they kept returning. You kept being patient. They kept returning. Perhaps there was a bit of chasing here, and you realized that this wasn't going anywhere. It was like back and forth, on again, off again, in and out, inconsistent. So you started to embody this Divine Feminine. But what I'm getting from you now is that you're feeling like this might not happen. Because it's already like, it's been going around and around here. Ghosted. So it feels like this person came back in, was unsure of how they felt, ghosted you. And maybe that was the tipping point for you. Well, I'm going to embody Divine Feminine. I'm not going to chase this anymore. I just want to see what's coming. What is coming? Soul contract. Mirrored soul, twin flames, the one, reconnect. So it feels like there's a reconnection coming between you and whoever you see as your divine masculine. Someone who had toxic behaviors from childhood wounding. Because we have toxic behaviors, unhealthy patterns, and then we have childhood wounding. You could have known this person when you were younger, but this is kind of, you know, twin flames kind of trigger unhealed childhood wounds. Evidence. This is what's coming. Seeing for yourself. You're going to have proof that you weren't imagining things, is what I'm hearing. We have Archangel Raphael. Help to see the truth. Travel. So you're going to see the truth of this situation. Soul contract. Come together. Reconciliation. And again, maybe just some of you, what are you? Negotiating, bargaining, bleeding. So it feels like this person is going to come in and ask you for another chance. And they're coming in taking a new direction. Non-action just fell out. Change, new direction. Can't stop thinking about you. Can't let go of you. Feeling the magnetic pull, which means you're no longer chasing. And you're going to see proof of this with that confession. All right. This is an interesting one. Let me just clean up. I'm just going to ask if there's, before I put those cards back, I'm just going to ask if there's anything else I need to know about this, any details. Because it almost feels like too good to be true. Like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. It's an interesting one. Is there anything else I need to know about this? You could have met them online. Ghosted. So they definitely ghosted you. I need your love. No more running. It's almost like I'm hearing, I'll believe it when I see it. Because I think you've seen this person say they were going to change. I think you've seen this person coming around again, but maybe there was no change. So it's almost like I'm hearing, I'll believe it when I see it. We have legal. So this person could have been going through a legal matter, or the karma card, karmic justice. It's also about truth and accountability. No more running. All right. This is an interesting one. Where do I want to go now? I'm going to go for these emotion cards because I want to see what you're feeling right now first. So let's look at this divine feminine. Brave. I can do it. I will. Put fears aside. Courage. Ready. So you could be trying to put your fears aside because, like I said, I'm getting this energy that you could have a fear that this will never happen and that you're delusional. You're not delusional. Interesting. There could have been, you could have been a chaser, or there could have been like anxious attachment, unhealthy patterns here, codependency. Keep it simple. Keep life uncomplicated. Staying in a comfort zone. Easy going. All right. So let's see how you're feeling about this. I don't know why I'm feeling such confusion. Where's that confusion coming from? You or your person? Nervous. Anxious. Worried. Uneasy. Tense. Insecure. Apprehensive. So you could be feeling nervous that this person will come back around and it'll be the same old thing. I just heard Phoebe, lather, rinse, repeat. And we have enlightened. So new perspective, better understanding, matured, wake-up call, realizations, distant. So it feels like you and this person have been distant. You've been keeping your distance. And you could be nervous that it almost feels like in order to take them back, they would have to come in divine masculine energy, and you're nervous they're going to show up in runner energy. Do you know what I mean? Like you're nervous and apprehensive that if you do hear from them, what if they're the same? My nose won't stop running right now. I'm not sick anymore. How are you feeling about all this? How are you feeling about all this? That's too many. Excluded. Not part of your life. So you feel like this person isn't a part of your life anymore. They could have blocked you. You could have blocked them. Confused. Didn't I say I was feeling confused? Unclear, foggy, uncertain, scrambled, unsure, nervous, and confused if this will ever happen. But the thing is it's a surprise, Sag energy. You've got a confession coming. Something's about to be revealed to you. You're about to get truth in the 3D. Now remember, a divine feminine doesn't need validation in the 3D. A divine feminine doesn't need the external validation. That validation comes from within. But I think you're about to get validation one way or another. Either this person is going to come back and you'll see, oh, they've changed. They look different. Or they're going to come in the same. Could be a test. Remember, we were talking about that the other day. I was coloring and I have red on my hand. All right. How are you? We have nervous and confused so far. How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? Curious, intrigued, get more information. Anxious. Anxious, fearful, on edge, overthinking, nervous, worried, imagining the worst. Curious. That's like Page of Swords energy. Curious if they've changed, intrigued, wanting to find out more, thirst for knowledge. You could feel like they're watching you. But imagining the worst. How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? This could have been a very overwhelming, worried, anxious. Oh my gosh. You could be picking up on their energy though, my friend. If there's mirroring, you had the mirror card. You could be feeling very anxious, losing sleep, because you and this person are mirroring and you're actually picking up on their energy. Anxious, uneasy, concerned, troubled, apprehensive. This could have been a connection that brought you a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. Could have been very overwhelming. They could just be weighing, like their energy could be weighing very heavily on you right now. I'm going to see if Spirit will show me how you felt about this person in the past. Because, like, I'm nosy. How did you feel it? What was your perspective of them in the past? Because you seem very scared. Like, not scared. I'm going to take that one. You seem apprehensive or nervous that they haven't changed. So I just want to see your perspective of them in the past. Like, what are you nervous? What energy do you think they're going to show up in? What are you nervous about, right? What was your perspective of them in the past? Avoiding taking accountability? Guarded, cautious, slow burner. So this could have been something very slow. You could see this person as being emotionally guarded, like having strong emotional armor, fear of intimacy. But you could have also been like, this may be the reason you're guarded. Walls up, been hurt before, slow burner. You wanted those walls to come down, but I think this person, like when someone's walls are up, they have a hard time being vulnerable. They have a hard time healing. They can be very defensive. We have space. So this person taking space from you, putting space in between you, or maybe whatever was going on between you, you felt like you had to put space there because it wasn't good for you anymore. We have saving face. So not wanting others to lose respect for them, covering up a mistake, excuse, like giving excuses for poor behavior or subpar behavior. I'm seeing that black egg card. So I feel like this came out with sorry. So I feel like this person avoided taking accountability. You know, instead of apologizing, they could have deflected. They could have been very defensive. They could have told you that you were too sensitive. Very guarded, right? Guarding their ego, guarding their shadows is what I'm hearing, what they need to heal. And then, yeah, space. Your perspective of them in the past. Perspective of them in the past. Possessive. Excluded. So they left you feeling rejected, left out in the cold. You felt pain when you were with them. Shut out, left out, blocked, rejected, pushed out. The guardedness, right? This, you could have felt this person pushing you away. And I feel like this is what you're worried about, because this top line is all about, I'm worried, like I need more information. Possessive, controlling, jealous, watching, supervising, narcissistic traits, insecure. It's no wonder you're nervous. You could have never, maybe you didn't know if you were ever coming or going, like with that coming and going card. And again, when I asked about the past, I saw returning. So it feels like they returned and then you went around in a circle, maybe multiple times. It's no wonder you're nervous. It's no wonder your guard may be up, right? Suspicious. Very cautious energy I'm getting, like watch for the red flags type of energy. And I'm wearing my red shirt. I've got red coloring goo all over my wrist. Okay. Is there anything else, Spirit, you can tell me about how the viewer is feeling about this person? What are they so nervous about? What are they so nervous about? What are they so nervous about? I think that you're losing hope. Stressed, worried, troubled, weighed down. Healing. So you're worried that this person hasn't healed. And that's what I said in the very beginning with the Divine Masculine card. Like, you could feel nervous or anxious. Will this person ever heal in this lifetime is what I'm hearing. You could be feeling nervous and anxious that you've kept hope alive, because we have hopeful and we have healing, and this is what you're nervous about. So maybe you're nervous that you've had hope that they can heal and change. And you could be preparing for the worst here, like prepared to see that old version of them. Like you're nervous that they haven't healed, that they're not in a state of healing, that they didn't take downtime, that they didn't do the work they needed to do. Nervous that you've been too hopeful. Because I asked, what are you nervous about? Hope and healing came out. You know, have I been hoping for no reason? What are you nervous about, my friend? What are you nervous about? That's too many. I saw grief, that you've lost this person. What are you nervous about? So you're nervous that you've lost this person with that grief card. Nervous that you've been abandoned, that they've given up, that they don't want you, that they don't care, that they're living their life without you, that they don't desire you anymore. Anxious that, you know, maybe they don't want to make amends, that they don't want to build bridges. You could be worried, like, or anxious. If they haven't healed, you know, how are you supposed to build bridges? You know what I mean? Like, you could be nervous. If this person comes back in, I finally hear from them, right? But they're just the same. You know you can't build a bridge with that. What's on the top? That was just poking off the top, and Spirit told me to take it. And it says, playing mind games with me, used, treading on eggshells, silent treatment, aggressive outbursts. Remember that threatened card. So it's like you're worried if they come back in that same energy, you can't build a bridge with that, right? They'll burn the bridge down. But you do have validation in the 3D coming. So either they come in and they haven't changed, or they come in and they have changed and you see that your intuition was correct. So I'm going to put these back in and give these a really good shuffle. And then I'm going to see how your person is feeling about you. I actually want to grab a animal card. Hang on. I paused it on 111. That could be symbolic for you. So let's see I'm going to look at your energy and then how you're feeling about them. So your energy. And then how you're feeling about them. Your energy. The octopus. Yearning, longing, could have problems with boundaries. To bring into balance, space to oneself, talk therapy. Oh, snap. That's the card I was seeing when I started and I was talking about stillness. It's a tiger, it's the divine feminine. So maybe what you truly needed here was space to yourself. But there could be a little bit of, like, you could have been lacking boundaries with this person at one point. This could have been a very messy situationship, I'm hearing. Mr. Crow just confirmed. I have my window shut because it's very cold, but I just heard him. So let's see your current energy. Show me the viewer's current energy. The fish. How did I know? 2 nights ago, I'm looking at the stars, sitting in the snow. And I heard the tiger and I heard the fish. That's so strange. So this is what I'm going to tell you, my friend. The fish sometimes becomes distracted, sometimes doesn't quite trust their intuition. So the fact that we had the octopus on the bottom and the divine feminine, I do think that you go back and forth between being hopeful and trusting and not needing validation, and then to being worried and anxious that this person will never change, your ego, right? That's very interesting that you got the fish, because I was seeing that tiger and fish the other night when I was sitting in the snow. I wrote it down. But then I didn't that was the night before last. And then I didn't do a reading yesterday. So yeah, I feel like you go back and forth here between believing and then being scared. How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? Can't let go, reminiscing, the bat. Hanged man energy, I'm hearing. The octopus. It's in reverse. You could have tried to put up boundaries with this person. Maybe it didn't end well. Maybe they left, abandoned you when you put up boundaries. There's something about boundaries with that octopus. And we have the hyena in the reverse. And the hyena talks about, you could be feeling like this person is not willing to see the truth of what they need to work on. Remember your fear. Your fear is that they're not healing. So for how you're feeling about them, the hyena in the reverse, you feel like they're not willing to look at their shadows. Maybe they use humor as a defense mechanism. Maybe they're very sarcastic. Octopus, messy relationships. And when it was on the bottom of the deck for you, it was more about, it was in the upright, so it was more about, I feel, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries. So you could have, kept reaching for this person or kept going on that ride, the roundabout, around and around or whatever, coming and going. Maybe you struggled to put up boundaries. It does talk about they could have drained your energy. Like, remember how I pulled the burden card, overwhelmed? You could have been giving a lot to this connection and left feeling emotionally burnt out. Messy relationships, well-intended but messy relationships. So you could have felt like your person could have a problem with drinking or have addictions, because the hyena talks about to bring into balance sobriety. You could feel like this person lacked healthy boundaries, even with other people in their life, or had a problem with your boundaries. That they were petty, that when they were triggered, when their shadows were being triggered, they kind of reacted in a petty way or a hurtful way. They could have been passive aggressive. Oh, I was just kidding. Like you could have, I know that's kind of a form of gaslighting as well. Like they could have said hurtful things to you and then said like, why are you so sensitive? I was just kidding. I didn't mean anything by that. I can see why you'd be nervous. I'm gonna look at their energy now. But look, can't let go. The crow. You could have a psychic connection with this person. Telepathic connection with this person. We had this the other day in the reverse. That's someone who doesn't react well in the face of anger and judgment. The oyster pulls away, runs away. So let's see your person's energy. Let's see if you have something to be worried about. We have the lizard, so sensitive to the subtle, taking a break, pulling away from the bright lights in the big city. Underneath, we do have the lion, which is about personal growth. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Lion King could be symbolic. We've got hyenas and we've got a lion up in here. So let's look. They could be autistic or neurodivergent, social anxiety. Let's see their current energy. This is a very weird reading. Fire ant. So they're stewing about something that happened in the past. Opinions of friends and family could be at play here with the fire ant. I feel like they're stewing about something unresolved from the past. So when in balance, thoughtful and disciplined. So it's in the upright to bring into balance solo time, space. Thoughtful and disciplined. Stewing on a person an unresolved issue from the past with someone. That's what they're stewing about right now. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire energy is at play. So this person could have gossiped about this connection. They could have blamed you unfairly for their wounds, their triggers. And now they're stewing about this. They're thinking about it. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. So they could have been pretending that this heat wasn't getting to them. When out of balance, argues, anger. When in balance, thoughtful, disciplined. So knows how to handle their own reactions, the camel. So right now they're stewing about the past. We also have the fox, which is about monogamy. They could be stewing about how they didn't commit to you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? The hummingbird. The crow. Oh dear. 3 came. Ooh, yes. Yes. The dolphin. Spiritual, healer, a blessing. A dolphin person will change the course of your day and thus your entire life. So they feel, this is how they feel about you. They feel like you're a healer, like you're a blessing. Maybe one that they took for granted. I was going to mention it, but these pins, I didn't pull any for you, but this pin is just staring at me. It's the 4 of Cups. So this person could have taken this blessing for granted. You definitely triggered healing within them. Spiritual. You could be effective at communicating. The dolphin, effective communication. Then we have the swan here. So this is how they're feeling about you. They're going within, connecting to their intuition. Solo time. So it feels like you're both taking space from each other. They're reflecting about you right now. They definitely feel soul connection with you with that. But then we have these in reverse for how they're feeling about you. So they could, maybe they're not feeling your energy very heavily right now. Because that hummingbird, I don't think they're happy with the way things played out here. There could be a lot of overthinking with that hummingbird. When you think about how a hummingbird's wings constantly flap, right? Think about their mind. So yeah, when in balance, positive, enthusiastic, energy, positivity. So it's almost like they're feeling negative about coming towards you, or they're thinking about this situation in the past. They could be lacking the positivity to come towards you. And we have the crow in reverse, which maybe you saw too much intuitively. Because the crow is very intuitive, like psychic ability. And I'm hearing sees too much. Hypersensitive. Pfft. They could have told you that you were too sensitive. You could be someone who's trying to balance your life with a healthy diet, joyful friends, regular self-study. They definitely think you have the ability to see through them. Highly, highly psychic. But I'm hearing sees too much. So you could have seen things or called things out that they hadn't even told you about. They could have even told you that you were hypersensitive, right? Remember we talked about it with the feelings card. You're just too sensitive. They're feeling like this connection with the crow in reverse, that it's ungrounded. I wouldn't be surprised if you're mirroring. like you're both nervous. So let's shuffle these. I was supposed to shuffle them, but then I went and grabbed the animal deck. So let's just shuffle these. We're going to see how they're feeling. Sad. One more shuffle. Feeling like you've moved on. How interesting. That's an interesting one. Positive. Trying to keep a positive mindset. Hoping to build bridges. Hoping that you'll forgive them. Wanting to make amends. Wanting to apologize. Interesting. So they're feeling hopeful that you can build a bridge. And that's what you're afraid of. That you've been too hopeful. All right, let's see how they're feeling right now. How are they feeling right now? So, overwhelmed. They're feeling overwhelmed that you've moved on. They feel like you're focused on other things, that you're unaffected, that you're not interested in them anymore. Waiting. That is very interesting. Waiting for change. Waiting for you, pause, hoping for contact, holding back, being patient, waiting for the right time. So they are stewing. Remember the ant, they're stewing about this. So this is how they're currently feeling. So they feel like they need to wait until they make changes before they reach out to you. But at the same time, they're hoping that you're going to reach out to them. They're hoping that, like, maybe there was a cycle where you used to reach out to them. Jealous. They're feeling threatened, insecure. Perceived advantage over you. Okay. They could be feeling jealous that you're doing better than them, or they could be feeling jealous of someone else in your energy. They're feeling very insecure here. They feel like they sabotaged this. I ruined things for myself. I was destructive. I'm blocking success. I created these issues myself. So think of that fire ant energy. Stewing about the past, feeling like they sabotaged this. That they had that blessing, the dolphin, because they're seeing you as a blessing. Overwhelmed, weighing very heavily on them. Such a weird energy. It's so like, I don't think I've laughed at all. How are they feeling about you? Let's see. Let's keep going. How are they feeling about you? Regret? Grief. They lost someone they love. Pain, sadness, endings, going through the motions, processing a loss, missing, crying. We have regret, sadness, remorse, disappointed, wishing they could change things. You can. If you don't like your life, change it. If you don't like how you treated someone, change it. Apologize. Heal yourself. There's regret for being impulsive here with you. Impulsive behavior. So they could have impulsively left. They could have impulsively reached out before they were ready and a cycle repeated. They could have been like Knight of Swords energy, very reactive. Maybe they have ADHD. And we have judged. This is how they feel about you. Like you question their character. Like you shame them, like you criticize them. And I've been talking about this energy here. Where, hang on. So, this energy, there's a fear that you're going to judge them or you'll be judging them when they come in to see if they've changed, right? But the other thing I was hearing, they're seeing you as a healer. The dolphin, highly intuitive, sees too much. So you could have seen their wounding. If you're a healer, you could have seen through their trauma. You could have seen the wounds. You could have known they were reacting from a wounded place. Maybe when you tried to tell them how you were feeling, they felt criticized, even though you weren't criticizing them. And they could have reacted impulsively. They have regret for that now, regret for feeling like you judged them. And that judgment that they were feeling, it wasn't coming from you, it was coming from self. I want to see their perception of the past. That's what I want to see. Confused, excluded. There's a lot of mirroring here. I'm hearing a chainsaw, I think. Now I'm hearing a song. Take it all back. Take it all back, take it all back, take it all back, take it all back just to have you. What is their perception of the past? Oh my gosh. The same card. Playing mind games, treading on eggshells, silent treatment, aggressive outbursts. That's what they have regret over. Worried, anxious, uneasy, concerned, troubled, bothered, apprehensive, on edge, burdened. So I think that this, maybe you said their behavior worried you? We have sensitive, delicate, hurt, taken to heart, raw, words hurt, emotional, extra reactive. These are all the ones that came out for you. And I'm thinking about, like I was hearing, when I saw that for you, I was hearing that they could have told you that you were being too sensitive because it came out with like this type of energy. That could have been a projection. Do you know what I mean? That they were extra reactive and they were projecting that onto you. What is their perception of the past? Could also be that you were, Spirit doesn't want these to come out. I don't even know what that other one is. That you were very sensitive to their energy. Excuse me. So confused, distant. Very similar cards here. There's a lot of mirroring here. So think about how you're feeling. If you're feeling anxious, you could be picking up on their energy and they could be feeding off of yours. You know, like kids, how kids feed off of each other's energy? If one's acting crazy, they all start acting crazy. That could be what's happening here, is that you're feeding off of each other's energy. So just keep that in mind. What I'm seeing in both of you is an energy of anxiety, hope, fear. Like, am I crazy? Distant, needing space, shut down, detached, cold, removed, withdrawn. So somebody withdrew their energy here. Confusing situation, unclear, foggy, uncertain, indecisive, scrambled. So you're both, it's like you both have the same perspective of the past, which is good. And they're stewing about this with the fire ant. The past, their perception of the past. There's that narcissistic traits one again. Self-absorbed, me, no consideration for others, narcissistic traits. That they disappointed you. Let down, expectations not met, sad, unfulfilled, frustrated, discontent, needing space, do not disturb, rebalance, thinking, difficulties. So this was definitely a difficult situation in the past. What is that confession about? That's what I want to know. They're getting ready to reveal something to you. It's a surprise. So what is that about? What is that about? What is this confession about? That's interesting. So we have friendly, warm, nice, platonic, keep it simple, positive, upbeat, happy, hopeful, confident, likable, high opinion, inspired, positive mindset, successful, confidence. So they could be coming towards you. I know, offering friendship or hoping that they can at least be friendly with you. They're coming in with a very positive mindset. Wanting to build bridges, reconcile, forgive and forget. We all make mistakes. Approachable, ready to talk, make amends. So I don't think they're coming towards you in the way they did before. It looks like they're coming in a friendly way, which friendly, warm, makes me think of like feminine energy, Queen of Cups energy, warm, compassionate, caring, positive. So coming in with upbeat, happy, hopeful. So they could come in a really positive mindset, hoping that you can reconcile and build bridges. Let's get a few more for this one. About to reveal. About to reveal. What is it they're about to reveal? Guarded. They could be about to reveal to you why they're guarded. I'm just worried because this could be that they come in a little guarded. Oh dear. Hang on. This is a weird one. I think they're going to come in wearing a mask. I think they're going to come in, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I think they're going to come in friendly, positive. I'm doing great, you know? Wanting to build bridges, but we have guarded and worthless here. So I'm really feeling like high priestess energy, like someone coming in guarded with you. And underneath, feeling a little worthless. No one cares. I don't matter. I'm defective. I'm no good. I'm flawed. I'm unwanted. I'm undervalued. Like it's a bit of victim mentality. But they're going to be like saving face. They're going to be wearing a mask. Like, I'm confident. How are you? I'm great. Work's great. You know what I mean? Which worries me a tiny little bit. I'm just going to make sure with tarot because you don't want to start off a reconnection with hiding, right? You don't want to start a reconnection off like I said, I'm just seeing this person coming towards you like everything's great, wanting to make amends with you, coming in a friendly way, but underneath, they're kind of licking their wounds still. They're kind of feeling worthless. Bit of victim mentality. And what I don't want for you is for that cycle to repeat, where because they're feeling wounded, that whatever happened in the past repeats between you, right? So we have Page of Cups on the bottom. New perspective. Let's see. We have the Chariot. Action. So it could be a small offer. Page of Cups. The Chariot. We have the Ace of Cups. Love, renewal, compassion, creativity, new emotions, emotional awakening, deeper feelings, spirituality, intimacy. Hello. Somebody's building something outside. Somebody's working on themselves is what I just heard. All right. This is such a confusing one. Let's see your energy. Show me the viewer. So devil in reverse. Sustained patience. 7 of Pentacles. So you've been patient. Still waiting for the fruits of your labor to come in, right? We have Devil in reverse. So recovery, leaving an unhealthy situation, detachment, facing shadows, independence, reclaiming power, trying to release, release of codependency, right? Then we have the King of Swords, mental clarity, intellectual power, truth, authority, reason, discipline, high standards, head over heart, integrity. So you could be looking at this very logically with the King of Swords. What is this? We have the 9 of Swords, anxiety. So you could be like right up in your head, okay? So what I'm hearing is I feel like you've been very patient and nothing has happened. You've been investing, you've been waiting or investing in a situation, waiting to see the fruits of your labor, waiting to see that validation and proof like I talked about. With the King of Swords, you're looking at this very logically, which means if this person really had, like if your past was really tumultuous, you could be looking at this very logically. Like, I don't know if this person can ever change. I don't know if they can ever meet my standards now that my standards have changed. Heart says yes, but the mind says no. King of Swords. And then anxiety. So you could be worried that they're still in lower vibrational energy. You could be worried that when they come in, they're going to be irrational, controlling, cold, ruthless, dishonest, hurtful words. So you could be really worried that you're just going to get the same version of them, right? And that all of this time you've invested in yourself, they're just going to come in the same. The cycle will repeat. Anxiety, sleepless nights, overthinking, fear, nightmares, paranoia, negativity. You could have even had a dream where this person came in and they were in the exact same energy. We also have Page of Swords. So that's that energy. It's like you're curious. Have they changed? Have they learned? 2 of Pentacles. I'm hearing cognitive dissonance. Back and forth between the head and heart. That fish. How are you feeling about them? How are you feeling about them? Five of Swords. Oh dear. Ugh. Six of Cups. Like childhood wounds that they need to heal. You feel a soul connection with them. Wanting union or reunion. Wanting to hear from them. Six of Cups. The Moon. Fear. Uncertainty. Can they ever heal those shadows? Right? So there's a fear. Will they ever be able to heal? This is how you feel about them, okay? There's still a little bit of hope there, but the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords, mind games, conflict, disagreements. They could have treated you poorly, treated you unfairly, stress, hostility, aggression, bullying, intimidation. Trying to keep hope that they can heal. Delays, frustration, hot temper, arrogance, reckless, lack of self-control. Knight of Wands in reverse. They could have been like very hot-headed. And what I keep hearing is you anxious, like, will they ever actually heal? It's very like, I don't know how to put this energy into words. It's like when you're trying to make a decision. That's what it feels like. I feel like you're thinking about this a lot. What do you hope for here? That's what I want to see. What do you hope for? Judgment. So, you hope for a new perspective. You hope that they're going to come in with a new perspective. You hope for judgment. So you hope that they have a wake-up call. You hope that they've done some self-evaluation. You hope that they want to renew things here so that you can resurrect something. But what I'm hearing is if you truly are so afraid that they're going to come in this energy that they did in the past, let me point something out to you. If you are very much feeling anxious about this, that they're going to come in and just be exactly the same, I got to tell you, that means that you've raised your standards. Because deep down, you know if they come in the same way, you can't accept it. Which means you've learned a lesson, which means you've raised your standards. It's funny, my partner just sent me a message. I can't seem to wake up any of the children. And this says wake up call. So like you could have this fear that they're never going to wake up. And now that you are evolving into a higher version of yourself, you know you can't take that lower vibrational version back. That the only way this is going to work is if they have a wake-up call, right? And self-evaluate. So that means that somewhere deep inside you, even though you feel anxious and confused, it means your higher self is trying to tell you, you know your worth now, right? Does that make sense? Seven of Swords. So it's like you're done with the games. You're done with the defenses. You're done with them running away. That means that somewhere deep and down inside of you, you've learned a lesson, even if you don't mentally realize it right now. It's probably why your head and heart are at war with each other right now. Because deep down, your intuition, This is what you're hoping for. Making amends for wrongdoing. This is what you're hoping for. That they've awakened, that they've self-reflected. The Emperor. That they're going to come in divine masculine energy. Remember the very first thing I said in this reading. You could be feeling anxious that this person will never embody this. This is what you hope for. Which means deep down you know this is what you truly deserve. Not the baby emperor. You know? Let's look at them. Show me their energy. That's good. Show me their energy. Okay. Justice. They're getting some karma. Justice, fairness, universal laws, karma, cause and effect, truth is revealed, legal truth, accountability, consequence. So they are realizing the consequence of their actions. They're starting to take accountability to themselves. That's where it starts. A lot of people like to, lie to themselves. There's nothing wrong with me. I've done it. Time to make a move. There is a conclusion to be had. Two of Swords in reverse. So they know they need to make a move here. They need to do something. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Coming into alignment, not being distracted by other things, clarity, illusion ends, clarity restored. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, so there's growth here. So what is with that energy when they're coming in guarded? That's what we need to look at. How are they feeling about you? Wanting to apologize. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Oh, don't need to be like that. Queen of Pentacles. Nurturing, practical, generous, welcoming, sensible, luxurious, caring, homebody, good business sense, working parent. I always say, though, look at that Queen of Pentacles protecting her pentacle. Their card knocked over my little cow. What did my cow ever do to them? Eight of Swords. That's interesting. So they're in their head about you. So we have Hanged Man energy for how they're feeling about you. New perspectives. Like you're holding your energy back. There's been a pause here. Pisces. Eight of Cups, like you're walking away. Walking away from less than you deserve. Energy doesn't lie. Energy doesn't lie. So if deep down inside you feel like you were accepting less than you deserved and you're worried that they're going to come back in the same way, that's what I was saying. Like part of you knows if they come back in the same way, you can't accept it. And look at how they're feeling about you. You're done accepting less than you deserved. You're letting go of them. Nine of Cups. I almost feel like this person feels like you're happier without them. Or like I'm seeing that they're better off without me. You know, that victim mentality. They see you as their wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups. And look at how they're feeling about you. Like you've walked away towards your fulfillment because this wasn't making you happy anymore. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? One more. King of Wands. Three of Swords in reverse. Two of Cups. They could feel like you're in another connection. But Two of Cups, they want to reunite with you. It is about wanting an honest conversation with you, right? You could come from different cultural backgrounds. Oh, now I have to mention it. I knew that was going to come up. They feel like you've released them. But anyway, somebody made a comment about how I never talk about how there may be cultural differences or there may be age differences or that you could be a biracial couple. But I talk lots about homosexuality. And it made me feel sad because I don't want anyone to feel unseen. I'm a sensitive soul. I say it all the time, Pumbaa. I'm a sensitive soul and I don't seem thick-skinned. So I had a little cry about it because I don't want anyone to feel unseen. And in my opinion, that commenter was feeling unseen. They mentioned, I've noticed that about you, that you never mention cultural differences when it comes out in the cards. And I just want you guys to know, and I know I shouldn't just listen to one comment and get all upset, but I just want you to know, this is not me trying to explain myself either, but I want you all to know from the bottom of my heart that I don't mean anything by not calling that out. They said I should just take all these cards out of my decks. What I love about tarot is that it's very accepting and it's about energy. And I think most of my tarot decks have images where there's people from all different types of cultural backgrounds. And when I feel called to intuitively, I will mention it. But from the bottom of my heart, I love all of you. I don't want anyone to feel unseen or left out. So you could be a biracial couple, and it's not that I'm afraid to say it. Anyway, I believe there's a lesson in everything, so I spent a long time reflecting on why did this comment upset me. And it didn't upset me in a way like, how dare you say that about me? It upset me in a way that I don't ever want to make anyone feel unseen here or not valued or excluded. So you could be a biracial couple. But I knew that was going to happen because I spent a long time reflecting about it. So I knew that was going to happen the next moment that I saw a card like this. And I have to be who I am. So I mentioned it. So I don't want anybody to feel unseen or undervalued. And it's not that I am for homosexuality and against cultural differences. Love is love. Anyway, so back to your reading, how they feel about you. So wanting reunion, wanting to feel your energy again, right? King of Swords, so lots of passion here. Sagittarius, remember, it's a surprise. So they do want to take bold action towards you, wanting to make amends, wanting to apologize. Three of Swords in reverse. Why are they wanting to reach out to you? Six of Pentacles, wanting to have equal give and take. Maybe wanting you to help them a bit on their own healing journey if they know you're a healer, the Dolphin. So what's with that guarded energy? Maybe the confession is not them coming in being guarded, but maybe it's them revealing to you why they are guarded or why they've emotionally guarded themselves maybe their entire lives, right? Anyway. Let's look at their intentions. Interesting. So So we have Six of Cups here, so they want to reunite with you. This is their intention, to heal this. We have Ace of Cups on the bottom and Queen of Wands. So now I have to say this. This is their intentions towards you. Okay? And this is an energy. Doesn't mean they're a female. The energy of the Queen of Wands is being confident and open and honest. Wanting to come in with determination. So maybe they get cold feet. Like maybe their intentions are to come in all confident and to reveal to you why they're guarded. And maybe they get cold feet when they see you and they come off kind of, guarded. But we'll see. Like I said, I wanted to confirm with tarot. Their intentions look good. Reunion, wanting to heal this, wanting to feel your comfort again. What action are they going to take? What action are they going to take? Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. We have that is so strange. I elevate opportunities in my life. And this one's about elevating a connection. An affirmation just popped down. The Magician. So they want to turn, I am ready for the better times ahead of me. Double affirmation popping down for you. So their action, grounded action, turning visions into reality, focused, willpower, desire, communication, the Magician. Wanting to elevate this. Seven of Pentacles, wanting to invest in this. So it's like they're waiting for the right time to reach out here. Ten of Pentacles, lightening the load. They want to put these burdens down. What energy are they going to be in when they communicate? What energy are they going to be in? We don't want to see guarded. What energy are they going to be in when they communicate? The Chariot. Ten of Swords in reverse. Recovery, regeneration, moving on even stronger, lesson learned, healing, wanting reconciliation, wanting to put a connection back together. Chariot. So that confession must be about what made them guarded in their childhood, maybe, or taking accountability for their guardedness or defensiveness. Action, success, movement forwards, control, willpower, determination. Two opposing forces working towards a goal. This is the energy they're going to be in. They're going to want to take the reins here. Wanting to put this connection back together. You're going to see that they've healed. So if they're in the same energy, it's not the right time. One more for the action they're going to be in when they communicate. Justice, honesty, integrity, taking accountability, wanting to balance things, being fair. Five of Wands in reverse, harmony, peace, more relaxed environment, release of tension, end of conflict, cooperation, agreements. Wanting resolution. That's really good. It took me till the end to get that clarity, though. Like, I think you're lacking clarity right now. That's what they mainly need to come in, is with some clarity. What is your advice when this communication comes in? What is your advice about this confession? What is your advice about this confession? Hope will be restored. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Your hope will be restored. Hope returns. Overcoming adversity. Positive change. And you know what I'm about to say. So if you don't see positive change and you are feeling anxious, listen to your body. If you don't see positive change, it's not the right time. Right? We have Four of Pentacles in reverse. Generosity, giving, openness. So if this is your advice, if they come in and you see positive change and they're being open and honest with you, not guarded, not protecting themselves, you get a big fat yes on the bottom, the sun. As long as there's been healing, growth, change, and they're being open and honest with you, taking accountability. If they come in and you don't see positive change and they're holding back from you and you don't see signs of healing, I would remain guarded because of that cycle card, going and coming. You don't want to go on that ride again, right? Right. Page of Cups. They'll be showing you, it'll look, I said this the other day, it'll look like new love. And follow your intuition. If they reach out and you feel triggered by their message in a negative way, in an anxious way, in a stressed out way, that's your body saying no. That's your body saying, I see red flags. Hang on. All right, we're going to get channeled messages on the bottom. Look at that. I'm nervous to approach you. So let's cut the deck. Picture perfect. Picture perfect. What does this person want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? Oh my goodness gracious. What does this person want to say to you? Whoa. Best friends on the bottom. All right, you. You make me feel alive. I choose you without a doubt. My heart yearns for you. I just heard maybe you were... That's weird. That came out of nowhere. I heard that maybe deep down you wanted this person to choose you. And you had to choose yourself. And now that you're choosing yourself, they choose you. Do you know what I mean? Cadence, you are my muse, my inspiration to create. You ignite my soul. Your person could be a musician or you could be a musician. Watching. Checking on your social media has become a new daily habit of theirs. Look at the eyeball. Brown eyes. Left on red. So they could have left you on red the last time you spoke to them. I'm not sure how to respond to your messages, so I go quiet. I'm leaving those three, the ones that priority. You are no longer an option. I am making you a priority. Actions match their words. They did have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Coming into alignment, not letting other things get in the way. Shattered. Old habits are breaking down and a new version of them is being revealed. And like I said, deep down somewhere, I feel like you learned a lesson and you said, I'm no longer going to accept that old version. Comfort zone. I am releasing my fears and stepping out of my comfort zone to come close to you. Confidence. Makes me think of that Queen of Wands. Irresistible. Magnetic pull, remember? I cannot resist you. You're the best I've ever had. You have my undivided attention. Power couple. An indestructible force that many wish they could be, liked by few, envied by most. Remember that gossip card came out? So maybe people were envious of this connection, or there was outside interference, outside opinions. You know, you could have talked about being a power couple someday, doing something together, achieving something together. We have divine masculine. Aware and awakened to the divine calling, ready to take action, protect, and provide. We even have, like, making you a priority. We even have making you a priority, stepping out of my comfort zone, right? Growth. You've encouraged me to look deep inside myself and discover who I really am. That judgment card, self-evaluation. Growth. So if you don't see growth, not the right time. Communication. Expect a message soon. They want to express how much they truly miss you. All right, my friends. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get back to my personals. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.